say a pretty greedy composition, but if they get snowballing from the start, oh, they're gonna scale like monsters. Welcome to Atlanta Dawn to find out who the final team to the knockouts will be. Will it be Aurora or Flash?
Yep, let's see if they get to do that snowball you did mention, especially up until before the level 4s come in for both of these sides, or especially for Team Flash, because I feel like that's where a lot of the pressure definitely can come in. The heavy spin, the infernal pursuits, they're gonna matter a lot when it comes to the team fights later on, but you can pretty much say the same for Aurora. Just so long as they coordinate their skills well enough, even despite the presence of these much disruptors from Team Flash, because the biggest concern definitely is gonna be that heavy spin we might see from Hades later on.
Yeah. Aurora, again, the reason we're skeptical about their composition would be their engage potential is kinda off. TNZ did a poke over to Kurt just in the early, and pretty good spatial migration, but it's pretty easily countered. They have so many ways to disengage, to purifies, plus a heavy spin on Hades. So, again, how are they going to utilize this right now? Like, I would love to see the execution explain the composition.
Yep. And, I mean, even aside the purifies, right? Just now we saw a well-timed guiding wind can even potentially save you from those threats. And now it's clear that Team Flash are being the more aggressive ones, fully aware of their capabilities with their lineup so far in this game. And that's another thing, like for the first few objectives you will be seeing, or we will be seeing in this game, how do you fight up against the heavy spin? How do you go in knowing that there's a threat of the heavy spin, which could just make things so much easier for Team Flash to guarantee them the objective?
That's a whole lot of agility, by the way, in the emblems for Team Flash. 3 members chose agility, and I guess it's to rotate around a turtle. Again, for Aurora, it doesn't seem like they have a shot at contesting.
They won't be approaching the turtle anymore. It seems like Tianzi is gonna look for the trades on the jungle camps instead, but Team Flash, there's a quick response from them as well, so there's no clear trade whatsoever yet from Aurora Gaming. It's Team Flash currently in, despite a very minimal lead, still in the lead so far, and the pressure is just constant in the mid lane. This is interesting to see for a team with a surprise setup factor in the Guinevere. Yeah,
we have to see how it works out later, because for now, I think it is exactly as we expected. Team Flash will have all the control in Turtle 1. That's a Purify already. And all the engages Aurora can go for, it isn't really relevant. There's no damage to follow it up either in the early game, right? You go and gank the gold lane. Moskov needs 3 items before you can actually really be a threat in the game. Lancelot can deal damage, but then I think even if Vanix takes the whole of the Violet Requiem earlier, the Guiding Wind would give him enough sustain. So, yeah, no kill threat at all for Aurora.
Yeah, there are just too many ways to get out if you're Team Flash. The mere presence of a Mathilda changes up so many things here, but it seems like they're trying to go for the kill. Fortunately for Apex 47, he has the flicker, but that could have been a kill for Team Flash, and it's interesting if they're able to take that on the Guinevere instead of any other member.
There you go. At least we get to see Uranus in this game kind of get more pressure. I'm really confused right now because both these teams, I think they're really struggling before neutral objectives, but at least Team Flash have a goal, right? You can see they want to get neutral objectives. Aurora is the one where I'm really confused. We gotta see the brilliance of this draft, I guess mid to late?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Here down bottom, though. They're actually gonna start the fight. These are tanky members from Aurora Gaming, however. I feel like they won't be able to fully commit just yet. Poke Lunar down low enough, though, but he just regains his HP back. So it's just a constant trade of hits here and there, but none of these players are really going down, not unless they fully commit to this now. Fury of the Phoenix already committed. Ken doing a great job at zoning out the other members. And as we've expected, Hades, he'll freely get to secure the objective. Now potentially might just go for the pickup onto Lunar. But then again, it seems like there's still the damage that's lacking for Team Flash.
Well, I think it they don't really care. They lack the damage, yes, but they can just play for the gold laner, especially when they're ahead like this, Kurt!
Oh, that's a very aggressive Crimson Beacon coming in from Kirk, and that's the first blood that Team Flash will finally get to secure. I think I'm gonna agree with you on that. There's just too many ways for Team Flash to guarantee that they can go in and escape and survive with the resources that they have, despite them not actually finding the kills.
Yeah, I guess for Aurora, this is just the composition that can hold early up until Moskov and Lancelot get their power spikes, because other than that, I don't really see the win con. I can see it if Moskov and Lancelot scales up and, you know, gets the damage items, but for now, yeah, it's just all Flash on the board. They're rotating everywhere. If they shut down Sigiboom, no, that's plan A for Aurora out of the game already.
Yep. Now they're working on the tier 1. Up top, Hades pretty low, already below half HP, but has the Guiding Wind, so he'll just get to survive. To this point, it's only just been 1 kill across the board for both of our teams.
And surprisingly, both teams kind of like it. Team Flash are kind of non-confrontational. They want to play for the Granger. They have so much disengage, so much mobility. Aurora, on the other hand, as well, is like, yeah, you can go for the first turtles. I'm just going to farm up and wait for my carries.
Yep.
So for both teams, they're like, all right, we're happy with this. Sigibu, oh, man, has to flicker out. A bit too aggressive there with the skill 1 forward.
Yeah. The thing is, Aurora Gaming are holding this out pretty well, though. So if they do get to find their power spikes later on, which can come in a lot sooner than we expected, if Team Flash still is yet to find the conversions, then they might have a lot more confidence to dictate the tempo or look for a fight. But whether or not they're able to do that, let's see, because now Team Flash, they're the ones who start things off, already using the Guiding Wind. Gets to zone out some of the members, though. Ken also trying to do just the same.
Oh, solo.
And where are the trades gonna come in for Aurora Gaming? Vanix nearly taking down Rosa, but now it's a mess. Look at just how Ken keeps disrupting everyone, but the Violet Requiem gets casted on him. There's an additional layer of knockup, but he still survives.
Ooh.
Buys enough time. Darkwave casted once again, but they still get to survive. Aurora Gaming, no casualties at all.
They traded the turtle for a turret. Yes, they weren't able to kill Ken earlier. But yeah, strangely enough, I feel like both teams are kind of like, all right with this.
Okay.
The Aurora are still scaling. They're still waiting for Sigiboom. I know it sounds like I'm a broken record, but that's literally what we've been seeing. Like,
Yeah.
both teams just been okay doing their job right now. It's a 1,200 goal lead for Vanix, and that will be the big factor in the mid to late game here for Team Flash. If Vanix can get I would say 3 to 4 stacks on the Skypiercer here in the mid game, then it should be Team Flash with an easy road to just winning this game, just because they have so much peel for the Granger. They can just play hyper carry Vanix.
That should change things up, right? Once they finally get the damage, once they finally get those stacks. But how many times have we seen these unsuccessful attempts? Apex 47 always trying to land that spatial migration on JPL, but always gets away even without the Purify.
It's impossible to get like a big set, just because, again, there are 3 Purifies. Let's say you even catch them without Purify. There's a panda spinning around, right? There's too much peel. The only guy you can go for is Ken, and I don't think you want to go for Ken. That's a tier 2 for a tier 1 down below. These are like pretty bad trades across the board for Aurora. But I guess this is like the cope. We're scaling, yo.
Yeah.
I feel kind of Turkish saying that, you know? Like, yo, they're scaling. My boy.
Apex 47 is pretty much denied in this game. I feel like at most, maybe they can rely on other members to force out the Purifies or even the heavy spins. But again, that's too many things that you have to check. Those are too many things you have to force out away from Team Flash if you want to be confident enough that you're gonna find a successful setup. So they might want to look for other ways to work around the map, but the way that Team Flash is managing the waves, not even Sigiboom could do much on the Moskov in terms of that. They'll try to go for Lunar, circling Eagle, already committed on him. There's the stacks from the Lantern Flare, but they're just gonna damage him just a bit.
Okay, just a bit of poke from both these teams again. Neutral objective control. TNZ's gonna have to pull off a miracle here to get through all of those members, because The poke from Vanix is starting to really hurt!
Oh, Tianzi had to use the Thorn Rose to dodge that flicker in, coming in from Ken. All eyes on Tianzi's facial migration lands, however, but there's no follow-up from his team. That was just a way for him to protect his jungler, but nothing more than that.
Sigiboom gets a turret up top. And that's about it, right? Like, that's a trade. Lord, he doesn't even get the turret. Can he get it? Oh no, he has he has a recall now. Everybody's rotating up top. Yeah, he does get it in the end. Good news for Aurora is the Moscow's very close to being online. Just a bit more towards that DHS. That'll be the third item. Tianzi's online as well here with the Endless Battle. 3 out of power spike. All right, DHS already. So this should be the time where they can start to fight. But I will actually say maybe not, because Team Flash now have a win in nature on the Granger. So what that means is the power spike hit a bit too late, and now Flash have means to counter it.
Yep. They might need a bit more of damage in order to deal with that, but okay. Even though the spatial migration lands, they can't go for the full commit on Hades just yet. Their damage dealers aren't within range, and now they use the Circling Eagle onto Lunar once again. I feel like they're just okay with using all these resources onto members they don't necessarily get to take down. They'll try to finally take the base turret up top, though. Heavy spin already committed by Hades. Could this be go time for Aurora Gaming? Lunar tries to go for their other members, but gets taken back through the Lantern Flare. There's literally not much they can do, at least for now. It's always trading that Aurora's going for.
The thing is, when you want to play for trades, you need it to actually be somewhat equal. This has been one of the worst trade deals of all time for Aurora. Like, they just have been getting shafted into trades. It's a turtle for nothing. Turtle for tier 1 and then a tier 2 for Team Flash. So it's always just been positive trades for Team Flash, and Aurora have just been forced to take the negatives. I am so confused.
Yeah. Okay. We need a bit more time to, I guess, process everything that is going on in the Land of Dawn. I feel like even the entire situation is a massive shock, because the expectations of many heading into this match were definitely favoring Aurora, but right now, that is not what we're seeing from Aurora Gaming, especially draft-wise. Look at the damage. Oh my goodness, coming in from Vanix. There's almost no one who could deal with him as he tries to take down the turret. Flicker already forced from Rosa. Even right under the base, Fury of the Phoenix and the spatial migration all committed, but the heavy spin just counters them all. They can't go for anything. Still want to use the conceal, however, Rosa gets very, very low just by the lantern flares from Curtizi.
We got 2 members taken down. Oh, sorry, 2 flickers in that fight. 3, 4 with Ken there. That's the action.
That's it.
Yeah, that's a Melpic Roar for TNZ. That should help him in getting through the front line, but then like, we've been both saying like they should do it now, but I don't even know if they can, because again, Apex just jumps in and then the Panda spins and then there's nothing. Like, Team Flash's Purifies have kind of been like a suggestion so far. It's just like, hey!
They don't even press it!
Yeah, it's like MLBB just says, you have a battle spell, but they're like, nah. Ken walks up, gets the Guiding Wind, that's a free newt.
Oh, already forced, or the... I mean, Ken's already half HP, though. Lunar tries to close in. SOD already committed. Hades. Okay. Hades gets the Lord. That would have been such a surprise if the SOD got it again, but... Okay, Team Flash, secure the objective. 2-0 kills in this 13-minute game. And yes, these are not the best trades you can get, but that's what they've been doing. That's the only thing they've been doing so far, but... Could they still work on the waves that are coming in? Because of Team Flash, they get to use all their skills successfully, defensively, more aggressively now, and that's what they're showing us. Phantom Execution already committed here by Tianzi. Doesn't get the kill on JPL, however. And the Lord is slowly approaching the base.
They're just going to go for the siege, and this, again, comes down to Hades just opening up so that the Granger hits. Hades walks up.
Oh, he's already very low, though. Aurora Gaming get to deal with the Lord. Fury of the Phoenix, a very well-timed one at that. And could this be their opening to actually fight back? There goes the free hits coming in from Sigiboom as well, trying to go for Ken, but the somehow is saved by JPL. I thought they could have already made something out of that, but...
We did it.
Okay.
We got to the power spike, ladies and gentlemen. Now this is the time for the Northern Alliance to shine.
Okay.
This is why, whenever you go over, right, it's rare that the Northern Alliance get to show themselves, and now we found that timing for Aurora. It's just, so the whole game they were banking on a overextension punish from Team Flash. Hades went in way too aggressively. I think, again, for Team Flash, the way they need to play this composition is we're non-confrontational, just like we said in the early game. Like, Hades just needs to use the ultimate to peel for Vanix, but there, he tried to zone Aurora, and that created an opening for Aurora to break the front to back, to put Vanix in a tough spot. Not just Vanix, everyone from Team Flash in a tough spot. So, for Team Flash, okay, this is 15 minutes in, but it's very simple for the win con. Team Flash, just don't heavy spin forward, and Aurora hope that Team Flash heavy spin forward.
It's funny how it feels like the game is just starting for Aurora. Like, they've just gotten themselves in the game.
But is it too late?
15 minutes in.
3 base turrets. You know, they don't have any turrets anymore, Brig. You know, this is kind of tough.
And that will be so disappointing for Team Flash if they actually lose this one, because they've been in control for majority of the game. But this is another heavy spin coming in from Hades. Is the right target. Is he the right target though? Oh, the spatial migration doesn't land. The guiding wind saved him just in time. Now they find Lunar, but from the sides, Tianzi, will he try to make something happen? Okay, SOD does not land. Now Team Flash are just walking away. Oh my goodness. Slowly but surely, I feel like Team Flash are also starting to feel it, you know?
You know why?
Why?
Hades heavy spin forward. That's the win con for Aurora right there. Yes, because that's their only engage. And guess what? JPL circling Eagle forward too. The 2 forms of engage went in, and Aurora punished. A 2,000 gold lead has just been built up for Aurora. Guiding win? No guiding win, just a circling Eagle.
Oh, to the frontliners once again at that Dark Wave Flicker. And also coming in from Ken, gets to zone out the other members of Aurora, but the Lord is very low and will actually be reset. Okay, you know what? I think, yeah, most of the time, the circling Eagle onto the tanky heroes have been working. But maybe that is not the way to go right now unless they're isolated completely from the other members of Aurora.
Tianzi.
Fury of the Phoenix, though, already committed. Will Tianzi find a way to actually steal away this objective? Lunar doing a great job. Look at the damage already coming in. Seeking Boom, meeting expectations, but the heavy spin and retribution combo still secures the objective for Team Flash, but they lost 2 members in the process.
Hey, neutral objectives are overrated. Aurora are showing what they've got here as they have completely turned the game around. A composition built to scale, built to just outlast Team Flash and punish on their mistakes. Is working. 2 members down. It's just Hades, JPL, and Vanix against 5 members of Aurora with now a 4,000 gold lead.
Yup, and that's Hades without the heavy spin! Flicker spatial migration coming in, but doesn't land onto anyone. They get to keep themselves safe, but they lose their base turret. The damage coming in from Tianzi is already pretty decent enough. There's the heavy spin. Makes it just in time. Tianzi gets caught. Immortality pop, but they'll do their best to save their jungler. They actually find a way to punish Hades instead. Fury of the Phoenix 2 landing on everyone. But Aurora Gaming, after 18 minutes, look at where we are.
How did we get here? How we got here was through heavy spin forward and circling Eagle forward up top. Flash are now the ones. Welcome to game number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Into the land of Dawn we go. This is where the game officially begins. What we saw the first 18 minutes, that was a trailer. Now we have the win conditions set for both these teams, right? For Aurora, they need to wait for a heavy spin forward.
That was the longest trailer of my life, by the way.
Hey, you know, like nowadays, trailers just give out the plot. So that's what we're seeing here, modern day trailers. So Wind of Nature, Rose Gold Meter, they've actually already sold boots too. They've gotten to a point of the game where they just don't need boots. They are fully built up. The Granger still has boots, interestingly enough. No BOD just yet. Maybe he doesn't want to be OD, wants to just stick to this. I think he needs it though. He needs a bit more damage. Like, again, Team Flash kind of don't have damage here. They need someone to deal. And he doesn't have, he only has 2 stacks in 19 minutes, man.
I do feel like they're trying to build a bit more of the anti-heal though. See, Halberd picked up by Vanix. Might be a last item dominance ice for Ken as well. But I feel like more than all these items and priorities, it's really the decisions that count. Like the way they start their engages, as you've mentioned, and I don't want to just say the heavy spin. I also want to point out the circling eagles coming in from JPL. I do think they're actually well coordinated, but it would have been better if they're also well timed. And the way we're seeing it now, Aurora Gaming, they're not afraid of anything anymore. I mean, I can't believe I'm seeing a 7K gold lead in their hands after losing majority of this game.
Again, they were just waiting for this moment. It was a training arc the entire time for Aurora, and they've managed to get through it. It was a very tough early to mid-game to weather the storm, but they did it. Again, Team Flash, this composition was kind of built for just one guy, and it's Vanix. I think at this point of the game, they wanted Vanix to have a bit more Skypiercer stack so that he could actually dish out more damage. Maybe even a bot, you know? It really seems like Flash are struggling with damage. Aurora have a ton of damage now, but they don't have base turrets, so it's kind of a stalemate. Again, Aurora also, with all the damage, they don't have engage. Flash have like a billion movement speed, abilities, a heavy spin, and 3 purifies, right? So it's a team who can't initiate with a lot of damage. It's a team who can't initiate with no damage.
Yeah.
And a Lord in the middle.
It's such a contrast between these two teams and what they're capable of doing, what the other is not capable of doing. But now I feel this is going to be a very important objective between both of these teams. We're already at the 21-minute mark, ladies and gentlemen.
I would love to see Vanix's stacks at this point of the game.
Yeah.
He's been racking up those stacks, man.
How are they gonna fight and start things off? I feel like the call is just to really brute force their way in, I guess. They don't want to look for those meticulous setups. JPL, though, already using the circling eagle onto just the lunar. So that's already one resource down for Team Flash. They try to work on the Lord. Sigibum just managing the waves. But they have the information. Rosa can see. Lunar can see. How are they gonna deal with this?
Let's see if they can. JPL just giving them HP. They go on to Ken, but he's still safe. Flasher still decided to go for it. Tianzi rotating over.
Will Hades use the heavy spin now? Spatial Migration lands onto Ken, but he has the Winter Crown though. Oh no, Hades, they're all very low with the Spatial Migrations keep coming in. Sigibum also from behind gets to find the targets, and now Aurora Gaming finally steals away the Lord. They're chasing after Team Flash. There's the Wind of Nature coming in from Vanix and the heavy spin just to protect their gold later. But Apex 47 still has the Spatial Migration. Tianzi going in, also finds the immortality from Vanix. It's only JPL alone, and it's a disaster for Team Flash.
Aurora! The whole game they played from behind, but now they're the ones to crack the crystal open. Team Flash is in disbelief. Their coaching staff probably in the back, confused as well, but Aurora, they truly have mastered the basics.
We should have taken first shift. What? How do we start this conversation, Brigida? Because here's the thing, like, the viewers, they're not here yet.
Yeah, they're not.
I'm reading the comments and be like, guys, you're in for a game.
You know what's crazy, LaFell?
What is crazy, LaFell?
I think the Lord did more damage to the front line of Flash than Aurora in that last fight. It was like they were just, all right, in Evolved Lord, let's just sit here.
Not gonna lie, I was looking at the players' reaction when they won. Even Rosa was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's finally over.
What was... You know what, today, you know what, the world is healing. Right? In the previous match.
In what way?
In the previous match, there's not a lot of fighting. In this match, there's also not a lot of fighting.
There was...
and then when you do, you get punished. So maybe they just should not have been fighting.
Wait, I mean...
Hey, at least you know, at least Miracle gets to rest a bit.
Yeah,
play by play, you know?
I was so...
I wasn't play-by-play.
Oh, well, you get to rest for play-by-play then.
I mean, I don't know if I can rest my brain after that still, because like there are a lot of things not sinking in up to this point.
Yeah.
In the way that game turned out, or in the way we actually reached the 21-minute mark just constantly pointing out things that need to be worked on and like.
Shout out to both these guys for making that a very good match. You know, you guys.
Hey, thank you, man.
You guys earn your paychecks for today.
Hey, thank you.
Oh
Man.
really?
Is that a bonus or something? You're giving out bonuses?
No.
No.
Hey, it's not within my power, and if it is, anyways, that let's break it down. So we got a team that can engage, but the opponents have a lot of counter engage, and if they do engage, they don't have enough damage until they're full items. And then the opposing side, even if they're full items, they don't have enough damage. That was. This is why I say I want more fighters in the game. Right?
Because if they had a lot more fighters.
And my previous hot take was like, damage is kind of good. So this was yes.
Yeah.
Let's just do that because as of right now, okay.
Okay.
Let's look at the damage here.
Damage dealt.
JPL did more damage than Hades. Cool. Phoenix did 120k.
Hey, neutral
cool,
objectives,
cool.
overrated. Again, chat, all right?
Hey.
You got to remember, in your games, when people go neutral objectives, just say, nah.
You think Lord is that good? Only when he's in the pit.
Only when he's evolved.
Hey, when he's outside the pit, he's just a glorified minion. A bit bigger than usual, but still a minion nonetheless. Kills is where it is, guys.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe
it's
it.
killing Brigida being a Filipino. Be like, yes, you need team fight.
No, because remember, I was like trying to lift the entire idea of Akai jungle, but this was not.
Welcome to Gankangan.
Well, to be fair, to give you credit, Akai was good. Like, look at the object. All that was because of the, not just the Akai, but the Akai played a big part in most of the neutral objective takes.
But the decisions by the 15 mark on, no, was that the 15 mark on?
It should have been ending.
Yeah.
Like 8 minutes ago.
Yeah. So the way they let Aurora extend the game was very questionable for Team Flash.
I just want to give myself credit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I gave Aurora the benefit of the doubt for 20 minutes and it paid off.
It paid off, man.
Because usually I would just be like, what the heck? You know, but I was like, no, they are scaling. They're waiting for conditions.
Here's the thing. Usually when you lose, you feel bad. I feel like it's extra for this one.
Dude.
That's why I said they'd be super disappointed if they lost this.
I'm pretty sure they are.
I think they might just be tilted at this point.
Yeah,
like
they should be tilted, yeah. Zays might be tilted, man.
How they reset after that? Because, you know, like, you got all the answers, especially against the Guinevere already, which was one of their major early game conditions. And then they still find a way back. So, yeah, maybe.
So how
to meme it even more, LaFell, they have mastered the basics. This game, they deck starred.
Wait, what? Deck starred.
You know what? I feel like the way that you untilt yourself at this point, you know, drink water.
Okay.
Have some chocolates, maybe some fruits. Spray your face with water.
Face mist.
Just
Stay hydrated.
Yeah.
And then here's the crazy one. Draft damage. That's an untilter right now. No, because then you just go all out. You just go loco with it.
Yeah, maybe I'm gonna be okay with the fighters now. Like Curtizi, I'm okay. Go on. Or
what about you, Mr.
Gold?
Man? We're gonna be looking at more highlights while we're thinking.
Yeah, we're thinking about like
Phoenix didn't go bod. I think he like in this game, especially being the only damage dealer. I think that would, but maybe it doesn't matter anymore. I don't know, dude. I'm so confused. Like legit, I'm just. This game has put me in a not so healthy spot.
It's a Sunday, man. Is it a Sunday?
It is a Sunday.
It is a Sunday. So you know, you just have one of those moments. And even looking at chat, people are like, "Hey, without Selena, they could have win. They won, but still." At this point, I want Rosa to pick up the Selena.
Yeah.
Just taking the first 3 picks.
It took them so much to win this game. Although, like,
But it also took Flash to forget everything their composition stands for. You know? This was a thing in Indonesia once as well, an MPLID, and I remember being just so tilted casting that game. It's just, they have an Akai, and like they would just play for a hyper carry. Then the Akai started spinning forward, like looking for
Yeah,
picks
yeah, yeah,
instead
yeah,
of
yeah,
peeling for the hyper carry. And that's what we saw this game. I think the biggest example of that mistake was when they tried to go for a pick up top, when they still had such a big lead. And then the Akai got picked off, I think. They didn't have big heavy spin. 3 members were left to defend all alone.
I don't know, I think that's okay because I would throw a different way.
Okay.
BOD Akai.
Oh.
That's what I would do. We would lose, but I'll be having fun.
Yeah. Maybe Phobia should have also built damage, honestly, at that point.
Honestly, at that point, I didn't notice if he had a War Axe or not, but that would be a good item.
Yeah.
Right? For a long team fight, just keep going, just keep going.
Did he
just
even
keep
have a Thunderbolt? It looked like he just had...
Probably not. He would get a lot of
stacks, exactly.
Like Thunderbolt
I don't
as well
think
as
he
War
did.
Axe. I don't think he did.
So,
in
yeah.
fact, I can reverse. Hold on. Give me a sec.
Okay,
Right. While
and I'm
he's doing
looking at
that.
Team Flash while you're trying to reverse
Yeah.
because hopefully they're okay after everything
Hold on.
that's
This game is
happened.
very long. Actually, we haven't even gotten to our analysis part.
Yeah.
It's going to take a while.
This is such a...
Oh, no. Okay, no.
We
this is
gotta
emblems.
reset too.
We have to reset.
I think.
No. Like, I kind of feel like this is to take the jitters away.
Jitters swear.
An
a
18-minute
good question.
trailer for jitters.
Yep. Sometimes you know what they say. You got to do what needs to be do, all right? And that's what they did.
Yeah.
Relax, Brigida. He's holding in. You should hold in as well. All right? Welcome again to Gank and Gather.
I don't know
So-
if that's him holding in or that's just him not being recovered after what happened yet.
I'm still processing that game.
Speaking of processing, we got to think about what are going to be the priorities for this one. Because imagine if they didn't have Guinevere and then they had Angela. It might be a longer game, but I think it would be easier for them as well. Because Guinevere, I can see it, but seeing an Akai, maybe not the best pick, you know? Because
Yeah.
it kind of felt like, in a way, a 4v1. Not saying that Apex 47 didn't do his job, but he was kind of shafted a bit where he's
Yeah.
not able to do his job, you know?
Let's just get into game 2. Let's hope for a
Yeah,
different...
Yeah.
Okay,
I
let's...
love game 2.
Breath of fresh air.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, inhale, exhale. Flash
Inhaling
SG.
what?
Inhale, exhale.
Oh, inhale, exhale.
Yes,
No.
sir.
Wait,
Oh.
weren't they first picked earlier too?
No,
no, it was
No, it was Aurora
Aurora.
first
Yeah.
pick.
And then they banned the Lancelot.
That's
This is
the
good because that
change.
Lancelot was such a problem at mid-late team.
Yeah. So this is gonna, I think, change things up a bit.
Just a bit.
Just a bit.
Just a bit.
Like, of course, the priorities are still gonna be a surprise.
I
like,
want catching heroes. I want someone to early pick up the Kalia if it's not banned out. Because I really feel like it can disrupt tempo. I kind of feel like that's the problem where both like what is it, Guinevere as well as the Matilda, they can't really disrupt that much tempo unless you have like someone like a fighter that can just stick onto everyone.
yeah.
Actually, no, they had Phobias. Never mind.
Wait, that's still open too.
All right,
Up
so Flash
to
are just
now.
banning out Assassins now. They're taking away the picks from Tianzi. And then maybe they go for the same strat just without the Lancelot on the other side.
Are they actually gonna ban?
I mean, without it, like if you use the same strat, I kind of feel like you can still do it with the Hayabusa.
Yep.
May actually be even better with the Hayabusa because then it's gonna be more harder for you to deal with the splits.
Okay. So far, majority of the flex heroes are open. Like,
The box chest
After
up
a
for
while,
grabs
yeah.
for Team Flash, yes.
so even the Arlots, they'll be open if ever the trend continues in the band so far. But the one one's already taken out. I feel like the Jushin might be an option as well.
I feel like it's a good idea
Why?
for Aurora to ban out the Jushin because that also kind of deters them from engaging into the fights.
The
Oh.
Uranus gets taken away from Flash. By
Okay.
Flash, sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Is it gonna be Jushin here or... Hold on, what else is actually open? Unless they want to give away the Kalea too.
Yeah, it should be the Juicin Prio or the Kalea Prio. Those are the two picks that...
Agreed. Agreed.
Or let's not ban any of them.
I mean, like, I think that's okay. Like, trade for trade, you know? Like, they pick up the Jushin, we pick up the Kalia. Is there anything that we really should be banning out right here? Boxia, Phobias Arlet, Kimi?
Gimme. Oh.
Angela. Okay.
Why?
Okay.
I think they're respecting the Boxer first pick from
Yeah,
Flash. That's
yeah,
why they
yeah,
want to
yeah.
respect the Angela here. The combo Boxer Angela. So let's see. Even Juicin. Like, even if when you first pick Juicin and you go Boxer later with Angela, that's a ridiculous comp. So it
Yeah.
is a Boxer could read by Aurora by banning out that Angela.
Yeah. There you go.
So either you want the Kalia or the Jushin here. I kind of don't like it when they're both in the same team. All right, so I feel like go either or, and then maybe either pick up the
Moskov again.
They could, honestly.
I mean, to be fair, Sigmund was pretty good at the Moskov. It's just that their mid couldn't like get any kind of tempo, so he just had to farm.
Yep.
And this is actually just a setup for Curtizia to get Kimmy too, right? MVP performance, at least my MVP performance.
Yeah.
With the Kimmy and the Gord. Back in, was it yesterday?
Yeah, that was yesterday.
Hey, you're right.
There you go. Moskov and the Juicin. This is a Kimmy should be for Team Flash. They could also go Kalea, which is a comfort, or...
Kimmy Kalea, yeah, sounds good.
Or where do they go?
There's a Phobius.
I'd say just go Kimmy Kalea right now.
but-
Don't think the Phobius is really warranted. They've already banned out Fanny and Lance.
Yeah. Unless they're considering other options or
Honestly, I do prefer the Kalia as well as the Kimmy. It kind of does open up your draft quite a lot, especially because you have a lot of forward momentum, right? Let the Boxia go in front.
Kimmy Granger.
They pick up a Kimmy Granger here. I do like Kimmy Granger, especially because you already know who your matchups are going to be. So now it's all about Aurora. I feel like if they don't pick up a jungler here, it is going to get banned out unless they have something spicy in their hand, something like an Amon.
But yeah, what jungle would you go for now, right?
I feel like in terms of assassins, it's just the Hayabusa, unless you want to go for something like the Ling, and then later on, what is it? Like, we've seen a Lucas. I don't think Lucas here, but oh, they pick up the Lapu first. Honestly,
that's
respectable.
That's really good. I like it. They need a pick to dive in to get past the front line. And again, with the anti-CC, it's going to be very hard to peel for your carries here. I think Aurora might be building up to a pick that you mentioned, Lofel, a Ling. Maybe last pick here. Whenever you see Kimmy Granger, it kind of opens the window for a Ling pick to show up.
Yeah. Although, I'm wondering what they'll be opting to go for in terms of battle spells, especially for these two marksmen. Flicker looks good, but if Aurora gets to pick up another great setup hero, then Purify might be an option as well, and that'll make things a lot more better for their lineup because there's such a dive heavy comp so far. So yeah, maybe the Flicker is gonna be the priority here for Team Flash. They banned out the Badang though, so I feel like they can limit a lot more of the assassin options. Wait, what's the left? The Ling or the Joy?
Oh yeah, Joy, yeah.
The Joy's there out too, but they banned the Badang. Maybe they want the Joy.
It's a good band there. Lolita taking a page out of their own book. They use the Lolita to counter the Kimmy and the Granger.
But it also does show like they kind of are okay with most assassins in whatever comp they're going to finish after this.
Yeah.
That's just there though. I feel like it's mostly really going to be the Joy or the Ling for Aurora.
Will Aurora ban out the Esmeralda? Will they have troubles there? Because if they really want to win out that XP and they want to enable Lunar, I think taking that out will be a solid choice because Esme has been a good way to just win out. Yeah, there you go. Esmeralda ban.
How to take that out. Flash SG. Are they gonna double down on the roam heroes, or do they want to like get rid of at least an assassin or the assassin jungler options we've been mentioning? Because at least for Aurora, they don't have that much range just yet. They have backline dive. There's the Lapu. But other than that, it's just mostly him who'll be tanking the job.
I think should be Joy. Kalea, there you go. That's the Joy. This could be just a Kalea into Ling pick for Aurora.
I kind of feel like taking the Kalea here is okay. But I don't like the combination with Jushin. At least you take it away from Flash. Oh, but it pick up a Franco.
Ooh, so it is a pick-off.
It is
first time ever.
Yeah. But again, it really is about the micro because, although to be fair, as a Franco, you kind of only need that one godly hook to really turn things around.
But now I bring up the point that you've been saying a lot in MSC about the Kalea Juicin. This combo is, I think, worse. Because for the Franco, you want someone to burst.
Unless you have like a jungler that could legit one-shot, which I can't think of one right now.
Amon.
Yeah, but even that, you kind of need to scale a bit, right? Like you even need to attack other things to get your stacks, to get all those shards, and then you go in. And then there's the Kalea, and then the glue. Looking at the damage profile here, not the best, but I kind of feel like Lapu is okay up against the glue because then when your longs are there, at least you can heal up.
Yeah, but what does Tianzi pair up with the Franco though? If we're talking about like what or where the damage is gonna come from for the setups or for the iron hooks for Aurora.
You gotta understand that Aurora were in desperate need of a roamer that could actually get the mid prio. That's why I really expected them to go Kalea. Franco is not that. Like, you are more of a pickoff hero, and with this Kalea Kimi, that's instant mid prio for Flash, I think. Oh, dude, that is crazy.
Dude. Reverse the stream. I called it out.
You said Gushin Amon. Reverse. Yes.
Hey, you know what?
Oh my lord.
Hey,
Wait a minute.
I'm looking at them right now.
Dude, I said that because I knew it was coming up today. Are you actually looking back?
I need to check the name.
All right, cool. But either way,
Incandescence.
another incandescence sports. But there's you know, you guys have it. I'm just throwing it there. I'm not even gonna set it down.
All right. Thank you, LaFell, for the setup. But ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in MSC, we're seeing a Franco and a Gushin. Oh my lord, it's been... I think M5 was the last time we saw the Gushin. It was Sand, was it?
Yeah.
Up against AP Bren at the time. Let's get into the line of dawn, ladies and gentlemen. Will this send Aurora to the knockout stage? A Gushin and Franco debut as we encounter the two unknown picks. Or will Flash SG just take it with a meta draft? Whoa, early!
Okay, the crazier part is I did not expect it to come in from Aurora than Team Flash. But it is what is it, as LaFell would say. So now we're heading into game number 2. This is match point for Aurora, and it's not looking too good because they're able to chase after Rosa in the mid lane, granting them first blood.
Instant mid prio, Kalea and Kimi, you have to respect level 1. This is also what happened against RRQ, by the way, Brig. I'll just say, Aurora in the mid lane, a bit too comfortable, always looking for those brawls, getting punished by the Baksha.
Yeah, they might want to be a lot more careful with that because the conditions in which their lineup is going to work still remain a question, and they might not be able to show us that if they get too behind in the early stages of the game. Taking a quick look at the emblem build. Okay, I had to check the Bushin first because it hasn't been... Oh! Okay. But going back, it's just a pretty common emblem build. Magic emblem, mage emblem. And I think it's similar to the others we're seeing in the jungle.
So not the killing spree for the Gushin, it is actually the Impure Rage choice. Also, for the rest of them, pretty normal. Apex 47 has actually gone for Concussive Blast. I thought he would actually just go for more of a setup. Pull himself, focusing mark, maybe. But yeah, he actually does go for Concussive Blast, wants to get a bit more mid-prio against Team Flash's composition, especially knowing it is a Kalea Kimi. But it is also just Aurora sticking to the agility, fast movement speed across the board. This time only 2, not 3.
The way it's looking right now, again, it's Team Flash in control of the early game, and they will be letting go of that first turtle. Tianzi will still have to secure his purple buff, and they don't necessarily get to trade anything out of it. So, yes, it's very similar to the way game number 1 played out, but this time around, Aurora, I feel like, have a lot more options to not wait too long or too late in the game to fight back against Team Flash.
This is what I was concerned about for Team Flash, though, because this time they actually have more damage. It isn't just Vanix, and the mid-prio, I would say, is even better than the previous one. So the lead should be bigger. They'll have proper setup. JPL!
Oh, it doesn't land on Rosa. And then they get to stun still this Jushin. However, but the Crimson Beacon was there. So, they go instead for Lunar. And there's the Incandescence already committed. But the bravest fighter from Lunar gets the last hit onto Curtizi. Onto the backlines, though, JPL and Hades get to find Rosa too. So it's a 2-for-1 trade so far.
It's back-to-back, no damage.
Oh,
see boom.
Okay, there was a flicker. Knock up from the title strike. They're still gonna commit it. However, Apex 47 lands the iron hook, and now it's JPL who they're actually gonna go after. The Spear of Misery kind of messed up the intentions there, especially from Hades, but okay, it's a much closer fight, I guess.
Yeah, Aurora, they just, I think, lack a whole lot of damage in the early game again with the Gusion and the Moskov. They can't control neutral objectives, but Team Flash had actually just been playing into Aurora's game. Aurora would want the game early to be messy because they have proper ways to team fight. It's just controlling neutral objectives will be very hard for them, right? Team Flash, this could be a factor of tilt from the previous game, or it could just be a miscalculation because they should always just have the better control over neutral objectives. Oh, now Aurora are setting up for a pick on Ken.
Oh.
Can they even do this?
Yep, they do use the Bloody Hunt and the Bravest Fighter and everything else, even the Incandescence, to take down this glue. So they take away the nuisance from Team Flash in terms of the team fights that can break out later on, but their ultimates, they have already been expended. JPL doesn't go in with a title strike, and Rosa is just trying to zone out Curtizi.
Yeah, they know there are no big resources. Bravest Fighter and the Bloody Hunt use JPL.
Yep, there's the Tsunami Slam already committed onto Lunar as well, but he still gets to cast the Bravest Fighter, gets a little bit more of sustain as well. Enough to take down JPL. Vanix finds the kill onto Lunar, however, but then Curtizi, he just finds a way to deal those free hits. They find the kill onto Tienzi, and now Ken is next. 2-for-2 trade by both of these teams.
But Team Flash get the neutral objective as expected though, and Aurora are just making it messy again. We gotta think about the late game for Aurora, because that's their main win condition with Siggy Boom and Tienzi scaling up. Bloody Hunt!
Oh, for some reason. Oh, it's
Wait.
always them looking for the tanky heroes. And now they lack the damage to convert that into a pickoff.
That's unfortunate. Apex really wanted to give the kill over to Siggy Boom, but at this point of the game, not too much damage for him. Let's take a look at the replay here where, yeah, Flash SG were late to the contest because of the pick off to Ken, but still made it work. It just goes to show you how strong they are. Here's Tsunami Slam with live cam view.
Yep, and they find another kill on Tienzi. Not looking too good for the jungler of Aurora Gaming. You'd expect him to be following the setups from his teammates, but it seems like they always find a way to isolate him. And that might not be the best way to go. Siggy Boom goes in with the SOD, tries to get the kill onto JPL, will successfully secure it, but Ken also decides to join the fight on the glue, messing things up for Aurora Gaming. They get to punish Lunar as well, and that will be the disengage for both.
But the thing is, Aurora are still forcing Flash into these skirmishes, and it's actually been pretty equal. This, by all means, especially if you look at the composition, should have been a first 2 turtles, maybe 2 kills to Team Flash win in the early stage of the game with a 2,000 gold lead, but it's Aurora who are keeping it even, and this is playing into Aurora's win condition more than it is for Flash. Like, Flash are the ones that kind of need to push against this composition. Later on, the one-shots will be even scarier with Apex landing a hook. But now they are looking to capitalize. Rosa, caught in the shield unity.
Traction Pulse doesn't land onto anyone, but the Tsunami Slam is committed onto Lunar. Once again, gets the Bravest Fighter though, and Ken just trying to disrupt everyone else in the back lines. Will they have enough damage to deal with him though? Rosa gets separated from the other members of Aurora, and they're forced to retreat for now. Team Flash might actually gain access to this mid turret. Tienzi will do his best to defend it though. And that's gonna be it for now. Now it's another free objective for Team Flash.
Not too free. Aurora get a turret at least at the bottom lane, but also for Flash. They take a fight, they win it, they go over the neutral objective. That's what you want to do. But there, I think we saw an angle there they could have punished to nitpick a little bit here. Tienzi used the red tree on the cannon minion, the orange buff was up, but they decided, you know, to take the safe route, even though all the damage dealers were not present. SOD used as well. JPL.
If they find Tienzi one again, this is going to be horrible. And they do. Curtizi gets last hit. Bravest Fighter already committed by Lunar. Gets to punch JPL. But then the damage coming in from Team Flash. This double marksman lineup. It seems like it's been pretty overwhelming for Aurora whenever the team fights break out.
It has. There's just too much front line right now, and Aurora just have no damage to get through the front. Unless, obviously, they use 4 ultimates on one dude, but that's more of a pick-off scenario, not in the skirmish. Hades, now we're seeing the invades over to punish Tienzi on the Gusion.
Okay. They get to steal? No, Tienzi still actually gets the purple buff, but then they take down the tier 1 in mid. So, yeah, this is pretty interesting to see that the gold lead is only 150, but there's another Tsunami Slam. Winter Crown coming in, however, for Apex 47, but still, he will be the first to fall. Big move from Team Flash because there will be no one else to set up for Aurora if they get to take down Apex 47 first.
Yup. And for Team Flash, it's all about stacking up Sky Piercer stacks for Vanix. It's almost, I mean, very similar to game number 1, where Vanix needed the Sky Piercer stack. Now another shield unity.
Everyone used the conceal, and the Tidal Strike still gets it. Tianzi goes in, incandescent, somehow finds the punish, and now Aurora Gaming, they're starting to fight back. Rosa looking for the Lantern Flare stacks, can isolate it all alone, but still has a way to get out.
Such a messy team fight for both these teams. They have just kept on brawling. Team Flash have stayed in the jungle of Aurora a bit too long. Lord was spawning at top. They had a lead earlier when it comes to members too, but they wanted more. They were so desperate to find more. And I don't really think they were, you know, calculating the timers of the purifies at all. They went in, all in dove. Like, JPL used the flicker up front to get a Tsunami Slam without really putting into account the fact that Rosa has Purify. Now, he also has Sky Piercer, and the 3-item Power Spike has hit for Siggy Boom. Like, Aurora have actually gotten to a pretty comfortable spot in the game where they should be able to start fighting, or at least we're close if they don't go for it.
Yep. But positioning has been such a struggle for Tianzi. Now they don't even get to contest the objective and might lose a member. Fortunately, has the immune for Lunar, so he gets to survive. But I think that's another problem for Aurora Gaming. Tianzi, every now and then, does find some opportunities to finally cast the combo, use the incandescence, and take out some members from Team Flash. But whenever he does, it's almost as if he needs to accept the fact that he's gonna die when he does that. Because Team Flash are very consistent in finding ways to punish.
Yep. And the punish is what you saw on your screen. Vanix with the Sky Piercer stacks. Now he has damage to help him, which is the Kimmy in the mid lane, plus a lot of CC that could lock Aurora down so the shots keep landing. That's why the Lolita was banned out by Team Flash. They really know as well how this composition could really just fall on its own head. Let's take a look at the damage dealt rankings. As expected, it's Vanix up top leading the charge, but it's Lunar and Siggy Boom. All right, Lunar. Yeah, so Siggy Boom's been doing that much damage without 3-item Power Spike. Now it should be good. The question is, like, Tianzi, how is he even gonna get to the back line?
Yeah, that's gonna be such a problem. Already used the Crimson Beacon for Rosa. Tsunami Slam doesn't get to land onto anyone, and there's an Iron Hook for Ken! A pickoff by Aurora Gaming. Bravest Fighter committed by Lunar, but was that the right choice? Rosa gets actually taken out. There's too much damage coming in from Vanix. Iron Hook doesn't land onto anyone too, but at least they somehow get to defend.
Yeah, again, messy skirmish, and Ken gets picked off by Apex 47, landing the hooks. So this changes a whole lot, dude, especially considering Kurt and Vanix are on Flicker. If Apex gets to thread the needle somehow, miraculously finding a backline carry, that could shift the whole game to like 6th gear for them. That's a Melfic gun for Siggy Boom, so even stronger now. Let's take a look at the entire in-game equipment. Siggy Boom around that chaos. He actually utilized that chaos to clear up top, which got him closer to the gold lead that Vanix had earlier.
That's a Winter Crown and fleeting time, but hold on. Hades tries to go for something. Siggy Boom might just get targeted here. It's a shutdown for Vanix. Currently legendary on this Granger. Another Tsunami Slam committed onto Apex 47. In an instant, 2 members of Aurora Gaming went down. And those are not the situations you like if you're Aurora, because you don't get to set the tempo for yourselves. It's Team Flash who just goes in, catches you by surprise, and now they're looking to take away an inhibitor turret or 2.
Too many stacks, too much to deal with for Aurora Gaming. Vanix is a monster.
It seems like Team Flash want to change things up. They want to change the storylines, but hold on. Somehow Lunar decides to go in. Might get bursted down though. That's another kill going to the hands of Vanix. Currently legendary. There's just too much damage from the Rhapsodies and the Death Sonatas. Aurora Gaming, they have their base exposed. That did not land. The Iron Hook did not land. Ken tries to go in, captures Apex 47, but still has the flicker. they might get punished here if they stay a bit too longer, and that is the first step for Aurora Gaming.
Oh no. I mean, oh yes for Aurora, but this is looking a bit too deja vu to when Ken flickered forward on a Masha. You guys remember that? It was up against Homeboys, and now it's against Aurora, and without Ken, look at Aurora. They're rotating over to the Lord. They might just be looking for a 4v5. At this point, they have to take it. They have to try to get a win in the team fight while they have the advantage.
Traction Pulse catches Tianzi, but they won't be able to supply other sources of damage. Hades might get bursted down here. Look at Sigibum just targeting JPL. Tries to go in, but gets to purify. The Tsunami Slam does not land the SOD, but that was close for JPL.
Aurora were in desperate need for a win while they were in the lead man-wise. They had a man advantage, but they couldn't capitalize. Some of them were really hesitating. Apex still wanted to hold onto the bloody hunt. He needs to find a target, but it's going to be hard as Team Flash now have 5 members up. And actually, wait, the waves are pretty good for Aurora. They can go for round 2.
They can manage it somehow, but I think Apex 47 is going to be very crucial here. There are no Purify spells on Team Flash's side, so just one good Iron Hook could literally change the tempo and flow of this game. But Sigibum, he has to manage other things first. Can just go in with the SOD though, but wait! They actually land the stun onto Tianzi! He doesn't get to do anything and gets immediately bursted down! There's also the grab coming in from Ken, and they also kill Apex 47!
Massive fight for Team Flash. That should be it. 2 members down. A Lord spawning in 10 seconds. But Flash want to just go into the mid lane.
This can literally be their chance to change things up for the last day of the group stage. They just keep going in. Phoenix, no one can stop nor deal with this man. And for the first time today, we're heading to a game number 3.
Skypiercer, too much to deal with. Phoenix, a beast this game. So much stacks, and it came down to them just playing it clean towards the end.
And now, looks like we're going, like you said, Brigida, to game 3. Sorry, just had to check if my mic was hot or not. But yeah, I gotta say, Brigida, Mirko, I'm just gonna take this opportunity to be like, if people ask us like, oh, why do you guys do predictions? And the real answer is because anything can happen. Literally anything can happen. The game is so subjective when it comes to players' behaviors, the draft, the weather, everything. You know, everything starts to collectively build up. And I gotta say, this series is, with the lack of a better word to describe it, this is a very interesting series.
Yeah, you know when a caster says that, you just have to read into the tone of how he says interesting. So say that again.
Interesting. But I kind of feel like game 3, it'll be 180. Everyone keeps saying 360, but if you say 360, it means
brave man.
I'm a brave man.
Okay.
I gotta be honest with you guys. Like, I really dislike the drafts coming in from Aurora, but for some reason, maybe I dislike Team Flash's execution a bit more. It was just not clean at all in the early game. They had a composition that should have stomped sort of 1-3, maybe 5k gold lead by the time Lord 1 spawns, but they kept on brawling for some reason, giving Aurora an actual chance at beating them.
But I think I know.
What?
I understand something that you guys don't. What? Because whoever wins this one, they'll be in the 2-1 bracket.
Okay.
So if they start confusing all the 2-0 teams, even the 2-0 teams will be like, wait, we want to pick them? Question mark? Because what if?
What if?
It's all smoke and mirrors. Ooh. And you know what they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. And when there's mirrors, there's casters.
Yeah, that could actually be a legit strat. Now that we know that, you know, it's going to be 2-0 teams choosing 2-1, maybe you do want to confuse your 2-0 counterparts later. You're like, hey, maybe you want to choose me. And then they come up and pick up Selena in the knockout, and they're like, oh no.
Oh no, oh no, my bad.
So you're saying that this is all part of a...
Hey, I'm trying to cope here. Just roll with it.
This is cope.
Oh.
Just roll with it.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm be with you guys on that one because, like, I'm still finding it hard to find words to describe how I'm feeling in this entire series because, like, we had... I mean, our expectations were sort of met for the first three at least.
For the
we
first three?
we didn't say anything. We didn't say anything,
I
but
would say like most of it is closer than I thought.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean in terms of the results.
Okay.
But this one is literally
You know what? Chat, try
different.
to predict the third game. I
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to see
yeah,
how you guys do it. We're terrible at this.
No, the thing is, chat is privileged. They can just say, "Oh yeah, Aurora are gonna lose," and then when they win, see, I told you they won. I told you they would win. They switch up, you know.
That's true. Like they don't have people clipping
Imagine,
what they say.
imagine if we're not casting and we're just watch partying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can imagine.
Oh,
right?
dude, if I was watch partying, oh man,
Wow,
the
wee,
stuff
wow.
I would be saying, wow. I just gotta say,
Hey, you know
we're
what?
in 2025, LaFell.
Yep.
A composition with 0 mid lane prio should really not be it, especially when you have a Gusion in the jungle. Like if the plan was to go Gusion jungle, how is the mid prio gonna work with Jusin and Franco? This is like we call it out very early in the draft
Yeah,
too. We're like
yeah.
Kalea and Kimmy. This is instant prio, and like you have a Baksha, and this is a freak turtle, man.
Munton is watching. Munton is watching, and they're like, maybe we have to buff Gushin. Honestly, like in terms of the buff,
Okay.
I think either lower the cooldowns or give a what you call it, like a HP scaling so that he gets a bit tankier. Because I think one of the problems that we saw just now was that people can say, oh, the Kalia catches you and then you die. But the thing is, even when the Kalia doesn't catch you, you die. Because I think he got like 2 tapped by the Granger.
Wait.
What? I'm waiting.
No, because I was thinking, if there was no other way to go, then the Ling might have even been a better option
Yes.
for Tianzi.
I agree.
Because
Hey,
he'd have
call us
more
crazy, yeah.
mobility. He'd get to at least
Hey.
find a way out of the Tsunami Slam with the Tempest of Blades, although that will be used defensively. But
Not gonna lie, I would even be okay with the Alucard. Just force fights.
Oh man.
Franco
Or
like,
Freya.
Franco doesn't even have to hook. Just bite someone and just Alucard just cleans up. Either ways, I feel like we had this conversation where it does seem like people are using the group stage as a testing ground to roughly see like what can and cannot work. And
Both Onyx did it.
And I guess Aurora has the privilege of winning game number 1, so game number 2 they have a bit more
tried.
leeway. Plus, it's still early, so you know. So they could add more time.
That's what they were saying the entire game 1 and game 2. By the way, it's still early.
yeah.
We'll get delayed.
Yep. And let's face it, I kind of feel like a Flash SG, they got like a very good draft, but what are the chances they get this again? Because look at this. Granger, Kimi, Kalia, Baxia, Glue. Like almost all heroes that are bannable, they got it.
wow. And look at that.
Vanix.
Vanix got a higher gold per minute compared to the King Kong game we had earlier.
This is 920 for Mr. Vanix. Now this is a well-deserved MVP if he gets it later.
Okay.
Imagine the only
No.
time he deserves
Dude.
it is someone else.
Dude, like Vanix or Sigibum, whoever wins this series, I don't mind.
Yeah,
Getting-
both of them, yeah.
They deserve it.
But imagine though, the only time the
They
gold lane
don't.
deserves it, they're like Rosa.
yeah, that would be such a troll.
Okay, I
That
think.
was, but nah, it has to be them. It has to be them because I feel like this is not a hot take to say like both gold laners, because we've been talking about the Moskov, and I kind of feel like Sigibum is one of those really good Moskov players,
Yeah.
right? Even from behind, he's still able to get a lot of farm as
Yes.
well as create pressure. So I really feel like I don't think the Moskov will be banned, but you always have to keep this in the back of your mind that it's gonna come out. So make sure that you have a proper counter for it, both in the draft as well as the macro.
Yeah, because even here, right? Like, for the majority of the game, Sigabum did not die on the Moskov. And he's been doing a lot of work for his team, and there are so many good SODs. Some crucial ones too, not landing though, but you get how Aurora definitely were just trying to play around him once again, because I feel like they've clearly understood that it was hard for the Gusion to work in this game. Like, I feel like they realized that early on when they just couldn't make anything out of it. It feels like it relied too much on the setups that could come in for Apex 47 rather than being an assassin who can do something on his own and look for targets on his own. And that didn't work multiple times because Team Flash had answers towards Apex 47. They found ways to deal with Apex 47. So clearly a disconnect for Aurora Gaming in terms of what they wanted to do for this game.
I mean, personally, for me, we always have to look at the bright side.
Okay.
Eterna has a lot of questions she can ask.
Oh, thank goodness.
Right? No matter what,
Yeah.
like, always look at the bright side. At least for her, it's just going to be easy to collect all those questions. Actually, the hard one is choosing which one to ask.
I actually thought we were going to throw into an interview right now. I thought that was what you were leading.
Oh, no. No.
That's why I looked back. I was like, wait, no, she's not there.
Just you know, when I shout her, you know, Eterna, you're doing a good job. Be proud of yourself.
Okay. I don't know what I want her to ask too. Like, is it the Gushon?
Hey, it's not our job.
Is it the Akka?
Let's let her do it.
Let's let her do
You
it.
make questions, ask.
She's good. She's
Well,
good.
just
She's good at asking questions.
She is. She's pretty
it's
good.
something that she does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Let's ask some questions about the draft now.
Okay, Arlet ban. All right, that's an answer. I kind of feel like let's just throw away the Yi Sun Shin.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, we're not gonna see that.
The ones.
Wang wangs.
Wait.
yeah, one should be banned. Yeah.
The Yisunshin, the ones, the Kimmies, or unless.
Yeah. This is just game one repeated again.
Yeah.
Arlet 1-1. That'll be Kalea next for Aurora. If they go for the same exact draft, Flash will just go for the Fanny and the Baxia. And then we'll have Lancelot first pick.
Ouch.
Do both really want to go for the same exact draft, though?
Yeah.
I think for it, there's more reward for Flash
way.
if they go for the same exact draft.
Wait. Oh yeah. The second game one, right?
First game.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, but they banned the
banned
Phobius. This time.
So they want dashes around. So they're looking to maybe first pick the Lancelot.
I'd prefer that over another Gushon game. So
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, forget the Gushin for now.
I like that this game has made it so that Brigida is more forward.
Yeah, see,
Like
like
she's not so nice anymore. Like she's
Dude.
slowly.
no, I'm
peeling.
surprised even that the look at the bright side
Yeah.
thingies were coming from him.
Yeah,
it has made
dude.
you positive and
It's
it has made Brigida negative.
That's how impactful this game was.
Hey, people change. Hey, Brigida, time for you to be the bad guy.
Okay. Well, Lancelot gets banned out. The Fanny left open, and I think for Flash, yes, it makes sense,
Wow.
especially considering the way that they've been playing the game. Aurora, though, also have changed a few things. They have banned out the Phobias, let go of the Kalea, and
Maybe
first
not the
picked
Fanny
it.
though.
No,
Wait,
but now with this Kalia, this Lina becomes a real threat.
Oh yeah.
So it is something that Flash has to be comfortable with. Like, if you want to let it go, sure, I can see why you want to let it go, but you better have an answer. Which makes me think that they might eventually pick up the Akai, or the Akai will get banned because, again, you got Kalia and maybe eventually get a Selena. Akai is the annoying answer to this kind of problem.
Yeah, definitely not the Fanny. So.
Oh, they take away the Moskov. That's good.
Denied for Sigibum. No 3-game Moscow for him. But what does Aurora want to prio now?
Looking at their pattern, like LaFell said, I think Selena makes a lot of sense right now. But then what do you go for in the jungle?
Yeah.
Would you still be confident in the Fanny? Would you still want to try it? It just won today, King Kong.
Just
I honestly wouldn't mind something like a Hayabusa because you need someone to match this Moskov.
There you go.
yo.
Selena.
Here we go.
Comes in with a Granger for
The game
Aurora.
finally started.
Aurora's game has finally started. This is 100. Wait, not 100% actually. They lost game number 2 against Onyx Philippines, but out of the 4 games they've played, 3-1.
It's one of their best heroes.
Best heroes.
Yeah. Even like the first 3 picks now compared to the first 2 games make so much sense now for Aurora. They get to save a bit of what their plans are in the jungle though, but you could say the same for Flash unless they reveal it here. But that'll be too much. I feel like a flex option in Red 3 would be a start. Okay, yeah.
Brethren.
Redrin. So
I'm
Brethren.
just worried. Like, I feel like it's no secret that the desk, we like damage, and I'm just worried that they won't have enough damage.
Exactly.
And the thing is, this Brethren, it can easily be countered at this point, right? Either by the Kalia or by the Selena. And just by, either putting the traps or when the Fredrin overextends, just pull him over, put a trap, change demon form, and then just burst him out, right? So this Fredrin is a little bit questionable. We have to see what the other 2 picks that maybe could help him out.
I thought they would need a Cho there, right?
Yeah.
Because they, again, it's a Juicin. They don't have mid-prio right now for Team Flash. They will be struggling on that part, considering Aurora have already picked up the Kalea. That's almost instant mid-prio usually. And then you combo with anyone. Kimi comes in, it's great. The Farsa comes in. It's actually a great possibility here up against this kind of... wait, no, sorry. It's already Selena. So Selena, Kalea, instant mid-prio, whatever. Now jungle. Fanny Band. What else? Joy? With the Fredget, I think you want to go up against Joy. You already have so much displacement, right? So Jusin, this is like a counter draft to Joy.
It's interesting how they picked it up. I feel so iffy about standing in front and trying to create space for my teammates if the first 3 picks of Aurora can already deal so much poke and crowd control. And that's exactly what we're seeing from the Kalea and the Selena so far. They ban out the Uranus though.
I'm hoping Flash SG has some kind of damage in EXP. Oh, that's why they banned out the Masha, because they legit need damage. And who else is going to bring it other than EXP at this point? Unless they do something crazy by Jushin Rome or something. I don't know.
Ooh, probably not.
We say that, but then more Gord, Lolita.
That's true.
If it's damage on the EXP though.
CC is still up, Lapu Lapu.
If this were Diablo, I swear I have like a lot of...
What, like down jawhead?
But, Ken. Okay. What does Ken like to use in the EXP lane? It's mostly the glues that he favors, so...
It's the glue. It will be the glue for Flash, Aurora. Let's see. Jungle and XP is what they are lacking right now. Against the glue and Fredrin, the easy choice, CC?
Even something like a X-Borg might not be bad in the jungle.
Pretty solid, actually, against this composition. You're right. They just need damage up against this composition. The Lapu is all right, too.
Yeah.
They go for the Gwyn and the CC. There you go. All right, but it is a Guinevere jungle.
Yeah, a lot of engage at this point.
This is a better, way better Guinevere game. Like, there's no heavy spins.
Hey, wait. don't say it yet.
But,
That's right. That's right.
Wait, no,
don't count your eggs before they hatch. Yeah, it could happen. It could happen. Of course, of course.
Oh, yeah. It can.
Dude. Okay, listen.
What?
This is a strat, all right? This is a strat.
Okay.
Flash SG has seen this before. They've played this before. Wait 18 minutes.
Hey, look at it.
Oh my
and then
goodness.
Estes. Actually, at this point, you don't even need damage. You just have to force things out. Right? Now, this is interesting because the thing is, it not only heals but gives you hybrid defense, which may be enough to actually win mid and then force fight. So it's going to be much different, hopefully, compared to game number 1. And this is going to be the final game of today. I believe all the 2-0 teams are watching as well to see who will be qualifying to the knockout stage. Now I'm going to give it over to Brigitte and Mirko to cast the final game of the day.
Thank you so much, Lafell. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is the final game of the group stage. Aurora versus Team Flash with, again, another surprise towards the end. Estes finally making his debut into the Land of Dawn and MSC 2025 at the Esports World Cup.
It feels weird seeing the Estes once again, but to make things weirder, it's used against this lineup. It's used against Aurora Gaming. And I feel like this is something we kind of attach to their name in terms of playstyle, like that entire sustained and ube-ish kind of approach to playing the game. But this time, Aurora Gaming are the ones who are with the more aggressive mid trios, Kalea, Selena, and Guinevere. So they'll have an easier time at locking down whoever they want. So which is why we're seeing a couple of Purifies again from Team Flash. And Kurt TZ already had to use his 1 minute into this game.
Purify is really, really good to have. But the thing is, Aurora's composition, they also punish immobility, right? Like, I mean, the Guinevere is going to just get in and dish out damage. The Granger will have easy targets to hit. Same goes for the Selena. So the Purifies, in a way, can get popped in quick, and we see it here in the mid lane. Cortese already forced to use the Purify very early, and now is very vulnerable to Abyssal Arrows. And yeah, as we saw in game number 1, yes, this is how Apex likes to go for the Kaleets. the Poison together and Agility. So extra move speed. On the right side though, Team Flash doing the same now. Wilderness Blessing, Agility for XP and mid lane. The rest pretty normal.
JPL is really going for those tanky emblem combinations on the Estes. Has to keep himself alive just to provide the sustain that his team needs. They get to find Apex 47 though, Energy Eruption, but it's a 3-man knock-up using the Tidal Strike. Ken might be the first to fall. TNC tries to chase after him, but at least he gets to flicker away.
Whoa.
Now Lunar going for Hades. He's making things so hard for the jungler of Team Flash and will actually get to secure first blood.
I don't know what the plan was there. Like, Hades wasn't even level 4, so did they really want to contest with a level 3 Fredrin? Now it's a steal. Purple buff taken away by Aurora Gaming.
They bring back Apex 47, but he still has the flicker. And that is going to be one of the biggest questions, I guess, for this game. Like, what was the intention behind Team Flash positioning themselves that far? Hades going in once again, Energy Eruption, but then he gets to receive the Tsunami Slam and the Tidal Strike. Appraiser's Wrath landed onto Apex 47. JPL gets last hit, though.
Yeah, that was actually a miscoordination from Aurora. Tsunami Slam, and TNT was like, okay, I'm gonna spatial migration here, so bring him here, but he didn't. He actually spatial migration to the other side, and then they were kind of scattered. But still, I think that ambush around the tri-bush here was just like, what was the goal there? It's weird for Team Flash, and that has costed them a 1,500 gold deficit. It's in Aurora's hands.
I mean, if you think of it, JPL can't do much of tanking the front lines or standing in front, so maybe it's Hades that they really need, but Ken is there anyway to do that if that's what's needed of them.
But here, there's no damage. They can CC lock someone for a minute maybe with all the CC they have, but where's the damage gonna come through? Lunar gets brought back, has the Vengeance.
Okay, Tianzi tries to catch up, will provide some support. Apex 47 from behind, landing everything. Ken will go down, and Team Flash will just deal with the mid lane for now. It's okay, a 2k gold lead so far in favor of Aurora.
Okay, they're just gonna cut to give Vanix some turret gold up top, but it's responded over by Aurora doing the same thing with less resources burned. They will control the bottom side jungle, and this is also where, the purple buff will spawn. It's already a 2-level lead for Tienzi. He's gonna get even more.
At least he got his purple buff there, but he was forced, or he got to use his retribution. I wonder if Team Flash would like to capitalize on this idea, because even then they're still way behind. It seems like the plan is to trade top lane, looking for Siggy Boom. Retribution committed. Energy Eruption will not necessarily make it, but they have enough damage to deal with him. But that's 3-man knockup once again coming in from Apex 47. Fortunately, they get to keep themselves alive, though. They'll just work on the tier 1 up top. Blessing of the Moon God is already committed by JPL for the first time, but it won't be enough to actually keep Hades safe. Apex 47 still trying to chase after everyone.
Tienzi walking up too. Spatial migration gonna land. JPL had already exhausted the Purify earlier. It's a free kill over. It might just be a turret take too. But Vanix and Kurt hold their ground. Another Abyssal Arrow landing. And I think it's safe to say it'll be an even bigger lead for Tienzi. Now 3 levels.
I don't know if it was Team Flash who took that long up top, or it was just Aurora Gaming rotating too fast to make it there up top and to somehow respond against Team Flash. Because the way we're seeing it right now, they're going to be able to take away this tier 1 up top as well. But then they switch their attention to taking down Hades. They have enough damage, and the spatial migration will land onto JPL. Won't be able to walk away nor purify himself out of it. So those are 2 consecutive kills that Aurora Gaming found by just standing there.
Yeah. Team Flash literally just, like, they have been handing Aurora these kills on a silver platter. Curtizi held down on the Purify, and this should be a siege in the mid lane. Successful for Aurora. It's very tough because, like, the resources are getting taken away. Yeah, I mean, every one of these kills on Hades, the 3 kills so far, have just been kind of weird. Like, Hades, level 3, was standing in a bush instead of looking for level 4 with no damage in the lineup again.
Yeah.
Earlier was level 6 to level 9 of Tienzi, still decided to walk up and look for a fight. Now Tsunami Slam on Ken.
Will they have enough damage to deal with him here? Violet Requiem already committed, but it seems like their side lanes aren't part of the fight just yet. That was enough time to distract them though, so they get to work on the other sides of the map all the while these are happening. Ken already splits. And this might be a free objective again towards Aurora Gaming, not unless they try to work their way towards it. There's the blessing of the Moon Goddess once again coming in, but the knockups, they're too real. Tianzi gets taken down, however, Apex 47 still gets the objective for his team.
Purify out from JPL to avoid that Abyssal Arrow and a possible kill, but Aurora, this is like, yes, they still got the win. It's actually not bad for Team Flash because they at least got something back. But now that I say it, Aurora capitalized even more. And it's still going to be very, very tough. They got a tier 1 up top 2 with Vanix. Split pushing earlier. There should be a tier 2 down below. Taking a look at the replay again. It just came down to Hades tanking up front and the rest of the team doing damage. But unfortunately, there's just no damage without Vanix. This is a full utility composition for Team Flash.
Somehow
I'm surprised they even got a kill.
Yeah, somehow. I wonder how they got the kill on TNZ, because like the team fight was indeed a bit too messy. And the way it's looking right now, it's such a hard position for JPL, but wait, they find another Violent Requiem onto him, just as I mentioned his name. Because it seems like he never gets to get a hold of his Purify when needed. It's always forced out of him. And when you need him the most, or whenever Aurora Gaming forces a fight, that's when you need him to be there. But Hades decides to go when SOD lands. Vanix will try to pick a fight. They get to isolate Apex 47. So that's a kill for Team Flash.
Yep, but it's responded over with a turret down below, and it's only a kill on Rome. So value, again, for Aurora. Tianzi walks up, stunned up, Spear of Misery too.
At least they're somehow finding how to deal with it bit by bit. The minor overextensions from Aurora can get punished every now and then because regardless of maybe how you look at it, there is some decent hold for Team Flash, especially towards one or two members of Aurora through Hades. Although there have been, yes, several questionable decisions and positionings coming in from Hades. That's just what you need from him, I guess.
Now it's, by the way, 2 games out of 3 for Team Flash, but they have drafted a similar composition. Only Vanix having damage. That was the case for game number 1. SOD lands. No steal. Free for Aurora again. And just like in game 1, Team Flash are forced to play for Vanix. Like they just have to wait for Vanix to get items. Unlike game 1, they don't have the lead. They don't have an Akai. They don't have mid-prio. So it's a comeback where you have to value, or you have to just play for Vanix.
Yeah, damage dealt ranking so far though. Vanix still has a lot of catching up to do. All members of Aurora Gaming are above him in terms of that in the damage department, and they'll have to work on defending the Lord. That is going to be another crucial problem for Team Flash because their wave clear also heavily relies on Vanix in this case. So I wonder how Team Flash are going to hold out long enough for Vanix to do that if Aurora Gaming with their constant chain CCs are just able to find a way to deal with these frontliners.
3-level lead for both XP and Jungle, by the way. Tianzi and Lunar holding this fleeting time done for Apex, so we can constantly just go in and it'll be way faster than the Purify. That means he can just, again, bait it out constantly. Lord already charging down. They're dealing with the Holy Shields.
And they get to pop the Holy Shields. None are left for Team Flash. Magic Sentry already used by Curtizi. At least they get to hold on their base turrets for now. But this has been a way faster development compared to the first few games. We're 10 minutes in, and it's a very clear, dominant game for Aurora Gaming. This isn't a situation where they have to play from behind. And if you look at the gold distribution right now between both of these junglers, surprisingly enough, it's quite close, but then the level gap, it's significant there. It's 2 levels between these 2 gold laners.
Yeah, Vanix has been... Oh, now this is the big one, dude.
Yeah.
The gold distribution. You can see jungle creeps 2 times for Tianzi in the jungle creeps department. Turtle, Lord, turrets as well. Really winning in all that. Yeah, he even got, I think, 40 gold from the roaming item. That means he was, at one point of the game, the poorest one, which is definitely concerning. So, yeah, I'm really struggling to find ways for Team Flash because their composition... They can, man, like yes, they can get away from the CC, one of the CC abilities with Purify, but then they'll all just be easy targets for the Granger to land shots on, and they can't even initiate on Tianzi.
No.
Like people who walk up, like Tianzi and Rosa, who could open up the map, they're never going to be in a position where you can fully punish just because there's a clone for Tianzi. There's anti-CC with Violet Requiem. Rosa has traps, so he doesn't even need to walk up to open up the map.
Yeah, and they have so many dashes to
and
just
there's
get
no
away.
like usually for Team Flash they would have like a Tigreal, a Cho, Kalea, someone who can turn the tides with a pick. This is an Estes. You're kind of forced to wait to be engaged on.
There's only so much JPL can do, and I feel like he struggled fairly enough so far, already dying thrice so far in this game. So Aurora Gaming definitely have their priorities set. They know who they should be targeting and who they should be going after if they do want to guarantee the win in terms of the team fight. And now Team Flash, they'll try to do something. They'll look for an angle here, but the first one who gets spotted out is very unfortunate. It's Hades. Blessing of the Moon Goddess doesn't even make it to keep him alive at least. And now they're still trying to gain some information, but will finally decide to retreat instead. Aurora Gaming, there's a high chance that they can capitalize on this Lord to get the win. That was close too. Okay.
Yeah. If they baited the Purify out from one of these members, that will be an easy pick for Apex 47 when they go and siege. And yeah, Aurora just played it clean. They just played it fundamentally good. They go in on Hades, the guy who with no Purify, and they all in on him. Great combo with Tianzi too.
Yeah.
Gets the passive and then to the CC of the Violet Requiem, and now they have a Lord. But the wave isn't actually managed well.
Oh, okay. So Team Flash will get to at least work on one wave. For now, they've sent Sigiboom onto the opposite side, though doesn't even get to reach the inhibitor turret. They'll try to definitely take this one up top though, but then again, find another target. Not even Ken is tanky enough. Blessing of the Moon God is a bit too late. Hades trying to do so much just to tank the damage, but the damage coming in from Lunar and Sigiboom, it's too much as well. Fortunately, some bit of sustain is still there, but Phoenix goes in! Takes the risk, has the Wind of Nature, takes down Rosa, and now somehow they're holding on. Hades also finds the kill onto Apex 47, but he has to trade his life, and this might just be it. Sigiboom finds JPL. It's only Vanix left alone, and there's the spatial migration. Violet Requiem. Triple kill for Sigiboom as they take the series and advance to